In the vast tapestry of biblical narratives, few figures command as much reverence, awe, and mystery as the Archangel Michael. Known as the Prince of the Heavenly Host and the Defender of God's people, Michael stands as a towering symbol of divine power, justice, and protection. His presence is woven throughout Scripture, from the Old Testament to the New, and even into apocalyptic literature. To understand Michael's significance is to delve into the heart of spiritual warfare, divine authority, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. The name Michael itself holds profound meaning. Derived from the Hebrew phrase Mikael, it translates to, "who is like God?" This rhetorical question underscores Michael's unwavering loyalty to the Almighty, as well as his role as a humble servant who acknowledges the incomparable nature of God. Unlike other angels who may have faltered or fallen, Michael's name reflects his steadfast devotion and his recognition of God's supreme authority. Michael is often depicted as an archangel, a title that signifies his high rank among the celestial beings. While the Bible mentions other archangels, such as Gabriel and Raphael, in deuterocanonical texts, Michael is uniquely portrayed as the leader of the heavenly armies and the primary adversary of Satan and his forces. The Archangel Michael's presence in the Old Testament, though not as frequent as in later apocalyptic literature, is profoundly significant. His appearances are strategically placed within the narrative, revealing his role as a protector of Israel, a warrior angel, and a key figure in the cosmic struggle between divine and demonic forces. Two pivotal passages in the book of Daniel, Daniel 10:13 and Daniel chapter 12 verse 1, provide deep insight into Michael's identity and mission. In Daniel chapter 10 verse 13, Michael is introduced in the context of a spiritual conflict that transcends the physical realm. The passage reads, "But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days, but, lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me. And I remained there with the kings of Persia." This verse occurs within a larger vision experienced by the prophet Daniel. Daniel had been fasting and praying for 3 weeks, seeking understanding from God. In response, a heavenly being, often interpreted as an angel, appears to him. This angel explains that his arrival was delayed because he was engaged in a spiritual battle with the prince of the kingdom of Persia, a demonic entity representing the spiritual forces behind the Persian Empire. Here, Michael is described as one of the chief princes, a title that underscores his high rank among the heavenly host. His intervention is crucial. He comes to aid the lesser angel in overcoming the resistance of the demonic prince. This passage reveals several key aspects of Michael's role: a cosmic battle between good and evil. The struggle between the angel and the prince of Persia is not merely a political or earthly conflict but a spiritual one. It reflects the broader biblical theme of spiritual warfare, where unseen forces influence the events of the world. Michael's involvement highlights his authority in this cosmic battle. Michael's arrival tips the scales in favor of the heavenly messenger. His power and authority are such that he can overcome the resistance of a powerful demonic entity. This establishes Michael as a warrior angel who enforces God's will against opposing spiritual forces. The reference to Michael as one of the chief princes suggests a structured hierarchy among angels. Michael is not just any angel but a leader among them, entrusted with significant responsibilities in the divine plan. In Daniel chapter 12 verse 1, Michael's role is further elevated. This verse is part of a prophecy delivered to Daniel about the end times. It reads, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book." This passage is rich with theological and eschatological significance. Here, Michael is described as the great prince, who stands guard over the people of Israel. His role is both protective and redemptive, especially during a time of unprecedented tribulation. Michael as the guardian of Israel. The title, Great Prince, emphasizes Michael's unique relationship with the nation of Israel. He is not just a protector of individuals but the guardian of God's chosen people as a whole. This aligns with the broader biblical theme of God's covenant with Israel and his commitment to their preservation. The prophecy foretells a period of unparalleled suffering, often interpreted by scholars as referring to the end times or the Great Tribulation. Michael's role during this time is pivotal. He stands up to defend and deliver God's people. This act of standing up signifies both his readiness for battle and his unwavering commitment to God's purposes. Michael's intervention ensures the deliverance of those written in the book, a reference to the Book of Life. This highlights the connection between Michael's actions and the ultimate salvation of God's people. His role is not just to protect physically but to ensure the fulfillment of God's redemptive plan. This passage places Michael at the center of end-times events. His actions are tied to the final victory of good over evil and the establishment of God's kingdom. This foreshadows his even more prominent role in the Book of Revelation, where he leads the heavenly armies against Satan. Michael's appearances in the Book of Daniel reveal several important theological themes. Michael's involvement in battles against demonic forces underscores the biblical teaching that there is an unseen spiritual realm where conflicts of eternal significance take place. These battles have direct implications for the physical world and human history. Through Michael, God demonstrates his commitment to protecting his people and ensuring the fulfillment of his plans. Michael's interventions are not random but part of a divine strategy to uphold justice and righteousness. Michael's actions highlight the active role of angels in executing God's will. They are not passive beings but powerful agents who carry out divine missions, whether in delivering messages, protecting individuals, or engaging in spiritual warfare. Michael's role as a protector and deliverer offers hope, especially during times of tribulation. His presence assures believers that, no matter how dire the circumstances, God's purposes will prevail, and his people will be saved. Beyond the canonical text, Michael's role as a protector of Israel is further developed in Jewish tradition. In Jewish apocalyptic literature, such as the Book of Enoch, Michael is often depicted as the chief of the archangels and the guardian of Israel. He is also associated with mercy and intercession, standing as a mediator between God and humanity. In the War Scroll from the Dead Sea Scrolls, Michael is portrayed as the leader of the Sons of Light in their eschatological battle against the Sons of Darkness. This reinforces his identity as a warrior angel and a defender of God's people. Michael's presence in the Old Testament serves as a reminder of the unseen spiritual forces at work in the world and the assurance that God's purposes will ultimately prevail. Through Michael, believers are encouraged to trust in God's protection and to take heart in the knowledge that, even in the face of great tribulation, the forces of evil will not triumph. Michael's question, "Who is like God?" echoes through these passages, calling us to recognize the incomparable power and sovereignty of the Almighty. In the New Testament, Michael's role as a warrior angel is further emphasized, particularly in the context of spiritual warfare. The most dramatic depiction of Michael appears in the Book of Revelation, where he leads the heavenly armies in a climactic battle against Satan and his followers. In Revelation chapter 12 verse 7-9, the Apostle John describes a vision of war in heaven. "And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him." This passage portrays Michael as the ultimate victor in the struggle against evil, casting Satan out of heaven and ensuring the triumph of divine justice. His victory is not just a personal achievement but a pivotal moment in the cosmic narrative, marking the beginning of Satan's ultimate defeat. Michael's authority is also highlighted in the Epistle of Jude, where he is described as disputing with the devil over the body of Moses. In Jude chapter 1 verse 9, it is written, "Yet Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil he disputed about the body of Moses, durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, The Lord rebuke thee." This passage underscores Michael's humility and respect for God's authority. Even in his confrontation with Satan, Michael does not act presumptuously, but instead invokes the Lord's rebuke. This humility, combined with his immense power, makes Michael a model of righteous leadership. Outside the canonical scriptures, Michael's prominence is further amplified in various Jewish, Christian, and Islamic traditions. In Jewish mysticism, Michael is often associated with mercy and protection, while in Islamic tradition, he is known as Michael, one of the 4 archangels who carry out God's commands. In Christian iconography, Michael is frequently depicted with a sword or spear, triumphing over a dragon or serpent, symbolizing his victory over Satan. Michael's identity as a warrior angel is central to his biblical portrayal. He is not merely a passive observer, but an active participant in the ongoing battle between good and evil. His victories are not achieved through brute force alone, but through his unwavering faith in God and his commitment to divine justice. This theme of spiritual warfare is particularly relevant in contemporary Christian theology, where Michael is often invoked as a protector against evil and a source of strength in times of trial. Many believers pray to Michael for intercession, seeking his aid in overcoming personal struggles and resisting temptation. The legacy of the Archangel Michael extends far beyond the pages of Scripture. He has inspired countless works of art, literature, and music, becoming a symbol of courage, righteousness, and divine power. From Michelangelo's iconic depiction in the Sistine Chapel to John Milton's portrayal in Paradise Lost, Michael's image has captivated the human imagination for centuries. In the modern world, Michael continues to hold a special place in the hearts of believers. Churches and shrines dedicated to him can be found around the globe, and his feast day, Michaelmas, is celebrated on September 29th in many Christian traditions. This enduring devotion is a testament to Michael's timeless appeal and his role as a beacon of hope and protection. The Archangel Michael stands as a towering figure in biblical stories, embodying the power, justice, and mercy of God. His victories over Satan and his unwavering loyalty to the Almighty serve as a reminder of the ultimate triumph of good over evil. Whether as a warrior, protector, or humble servant, Michael's story resonates with believers across generations, offering inspiration and reassurance in the face of life's challenges. In a world often fraught with uncertainty and conflict, the example of Michael reminds us of the importance of faith, courage, and humility. His question, "Who is like God?" echoes through the ages, calling us to recognize the incomparable greatness of the divine and to trust in the ultimate victory of light over darkness.